This story is not about whether the media was right or wrong. It's about what happens when a narrative starts forming before all the facts are established. During his head coaching tenure at Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman was accused of battery following an incident at a youth wrestling tournament involving his son. After reviewing video and witness statements, prosecutors determined no criminal battery occurred and no charges would be filed. This press conference is his first public response. When information is incomplete, the vacuum doesn't stay empty. Headlines fill the gap, framing happens early, and impressions harden before verification catches up. In moments like this, waiting for the first question hands control to the room. Speaking first is not about defending yourself. It's about slowing the tempo before the narrative accelerates.
A lot of football to cover, including some new staff and portal additions, and I'm happy to get into that. But before we do that, I want to address the recent accusations made against me, and it's important for me to speak on behalf of my family and myself.
By acknowledging football first, then pausing it, he signals containment. This topic will be addressed once, on defined terms, and then it ends. The immediate reference to family reframes the issue from headlines to human costs. It raises the stakes without raising emotion.
Lastly, I want to thank the Mishawaka Police Department and the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office for their efforts in this matter. They examined all the evidence, including video footage and witness statements, and concluded that no criminal battery took place and that no charges should be filed. I was confident in this outcome because I know I did not intentionally touch anyone in a rude, angry, or disrespectful way. I'm glad this matter has been thoroughly reviewed and resolved.
Instead of litigating details himself, he points to who already reviewed the evidence. That shifts the question from opinion to authority. This is where the statement gets sophisticated. Praising journalists who waited quietly establishes a standard for everyone else.
I want to commend the journalists who handled their reporting with integrity. I know many of you in this room were aware of the situation as it was unfolding, and I appreciate your patience and not rushing to report without having all the facts and information.
Only after setting the standard does he isolate the breakdown. The critique is about sequence and verification, not intent or character.
It is also important to me to express my extreme disappointment with one particular local media outlet and a reporter who I believe chose to do the opposite. Had they handled themselves more professionally and waited for more facts to become available, this would not have become a sensationalized story making national headlines. Because they chose not to do so, my family and I have been dragged through the mud unnecessarily with clickbait headlines. The reality is, I behaved in a respectful and professional manner while protecting my family, and that should have been the only headline.
This is the reset moment. He states what the headline should have been and then moves on, refusing to keep the story alive. Narratives don't end through argument. They end when process replaces speculation and boundaries remove the oxygen. When the narrative comes before the facts, effective leaders don't escalate. They slow the room, reassert standards, and close the door. There's one part of this that never really gets resolved. When a narrative moves first and the facts come later, the correction rarely carries the same weight as the accusation. That raises a harder question. If the damage is already done by the time the facts arrive, where does accountability actually live? And who bears the cost when the system gets it wrong? This is Press Room Breakdown, where we slow the room down and study how the message gets made.